Hi, welcome to SBR Sports Picks. I'm Peter Loshak. His name is Mike Brenner. We're the odds couple. We come from sportsbookreview.com and SBRodds.com. We are talking college football week 8 with Troy West right now, Pac-12 expert, and we're going to discuss UCLA and Utah. There's no line out. Today is Monday, of course, so we don't have a line out as yet, but we can still discuss the important factors. And, of course, Josh Rosen out for the Washington State game, and he's questionable here. He was a late scratch for that one. I guess that's a big factor. That his replacement, Fowl, did okay, but obviously it's a major step down.
Speaking of Utah, that's a team you were heavy on last week on the under, by the way.
Yes, that's right. Utah is Utah. They're just a solid team that can be beat if you're clicking on all cylinders, but if you're not, they'll take advantage.
Yes.
And if that's the case with UCLA, I mean, we don't know what the line is here, but
and that's probably because the Josh Rosen injury. Sure.
Last year was a very low scoring game, and UCLA did wind up winning it 17-9. Troy West, what do you have to say about this game as of Monday?
Yeah, like you said, a lot of variables here, but I would actually put a lean on the under once again. Actually, I had a piggyback with you on that under with the Utah-Oregon State game. Weather had a big impact on that one as well. But I really do like the under. These are two physical teams that like to run the ball. If Rosen plays, that may variable a little bit here because he can get that offense going in a hurry if he's healthy. But if he's not, Washington State really had a tough time putting up points on this UCLA defense. They ended up getting them at the end, but it was far less than what we thought they would do. This UCLA defense is good against the pass. They're good against the run, and they really are trying to establish a running game. They've really struggled with it so far. Utah, same thing. Really good defense. They like to run the ball. They're not necessarily the type of offense that's going to get up and score a whole bunch of points. So I would probably put a good lean on the under. Rosen here, the big variable, though.
Yeah.
There's no doubt.
I would assume that the total is going to open around 44, 45, around there. Would that be high enough for you to like the under?
Absolutely. But again, if Rosen does play, I would probably take a harder look at it. If he doesn't play, definitely on the under, especially like you said, if it comes out at that 44, 45 mark.
Yeah, that's what I would guess. I mean, I guess it could come out at like 42, 40. That would surprise me, though. It might get bet down that low, but
sure.
It would surprise me if it opened around, anything lower than 44, right, Troy?
Absolutely, I agree with you.
Yeah, and it all hinges again on the injury report, to Josh Rosen. So with that being said, I just got to stay away from this one.
Yeah.
But on the under, I wouldn't dispute it because I know Utah has got to be planning just in case for Rosen.
Sure.
All right, and with that being said, they're probably going to want to pound a ground game to keep UCLA's difference on the on their defense on the field longer. So the under makes sense on this one to me.
All right, Troy. Thanks for your thoughts. Troy West's website again is allplayswin.com. Thanks, Troy.
Thanks, guys.
Research before you bet. Be sure to check out SBR Picks for the best game predictions, breakdowns, and much, much more.